Hello, Mayor Pro Tem, and council members. This is Miguel Guillen with the Public Works Department Traffic Engineering Division, and today I will be presenting Agreement 325-00373 with Toro Enterprises Incorporated for bicycle and pedestrian facilities, Northeast Communities, and Cloyne Street project, specification number PW2453, federal project number CML 5129086. The recommendation is that the City Council approve and authorize a total of $1,974,588.25 in project funds for bicycle and pedestrian facilities, Northeast Communities, and Cloyne Street project, specification number PW2453, federal project number CML 5129086. Two, the mayor to execute an agreement with Toro Enterprises Incorporated in the amount of $1,645,490.25 for the project and approve a project contingency amount of $164,549, approximately 10% with Toro Enterprises Incorporated for a total not to exceed value of $1,810,039.25 for the project. Three, a project allocation amount of $164,549, approximately 10% for engineering, inspection, survey, and project management for the project. And for a total amount of budget appropriations of $1,020,244.31, consisting of 627,906.42 from the Circulation System Improvement Fee Fund, Fund 350, Subfund 8040, available fund balance for the Northeast Communities Project C1302, and $392,337.89 from the Mobility Fee Fund, Fund 350, Subfund, available fund balance for the Cloyne Street Project C1601, as well as the corresponding Capital Outlay Fund 301 appropriation increase in the same amounts. Background. The Bicycle and Pedestrian Facilities Project combines the Northeast Community Project, project number C1302, and Cloyne Street Project, project number C1601. The improvements are located on approximately 6.5 miles of neighborhood streets in the Northeast communities and approximately 1.8 miles on Cloyne Street and Cypress Avenue between Channel Islands Boulevard and Wainimi Road. The roadways were selected to connect neighborhoods with the city's bicycle network. Locations were also included in the concept projects identified in Chapter 6 of the city's Bicycle and Pedestrian Master Plan. See the attached location map for full list of roadways. Here you can see the Northeast Community map. In the green, you'll see the Class 3 bicycle lanes that are being proposed for this project. And in the red, you'll see the Class 2 bike lanes. The yellow dot is where the curb extension being proposed will be constructed. For the Cloyne Street and Cypress Road map, you can see the Class 3 bike lane in green and an overhead flashing beacon at the intersection of Justin Way and Bart Road. Background. Right here we could see a image snapshot from the Bicycle and Pedestrian Master Plan for the early concept design. As you can see, this project is directly in line with what was proposed in the Bicycle and Pedestrian Master Plan. Discussion. The notice inviting formal bids was published on October 31st, 2024, and all bids were due and open December 10th, 2024. The city received the following bid. Toro Enterprises Incorporated, $1,645,490.25. The solo bidder is Toro Enterprises Incorporated. Procurement staff verified possession of required currently valid licenses, reviewed the Federal Occupation Safety and Health Administration website for safety violations, and verified registration with the Department of Industrial Relations. The cost estimate for the project contract was $1.1 million, whereas the bid is $1.6 million. This trend is statewide. At the State of California Transportation Commission 2024 Project Delivery Workshop, Caltrans reported that their estimating tool, which is used by the city's designers, fell far short as compared to the National Highway Construction Cost Index. Over the past 3 fiscal years, bids increased 64% over Caltrans estimates. Public Works staff reached out to other 6 plan holders to understand why they chose not to bid. The responses included lack of competitive bids for subcontractors. Contractor did not wish to bid against a former employer. 2 bid as subcontractors. 2 did not respond to our request for information. The bidding environment has been challenging for many years, which include high demand due in part to an influx of grant funding from Senate Bill 1, Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, American Rescue Plan Act, skilled labor shortages, equipment shortages, inflation impacts are also factors. There has been a trend of single bidders for the city grant-funded transportation projects since 2022, as shown below. Just to note, the city downscoped and rebid the Edding Road project in an attempt to reduce costs and solicit additional bidders. The rebid process delayed the project by 7 months, and it did not result in any additional bidders. And as you can see, this chart shows multiple projects and which ones had single bidders, and in one case, as mentioned, Safe Routes to School project had 2 bidders. Staff analyzed the bid item cost by comparing similar grant-funded transportation awards. An apple-to-apple comparison is difficult as each project has unique factors that impact pricing, such as quantities, material specifications, location, citywide versus a single street, type of roadway, residential versus arterials, time of year, curing temperature for pavement work, availability of equipment, and evolving market changes. Staff were able to identify comparable bid items from projects awarded in August 2023 and April 2024. Of the 11 projects, more than half were comparable or lower than prior bids. Considering these factors and with the support of Caltrans through an approved cost effectiveness public interest finding, staff recommends the City Council award the contract for this project to Toro Enterprises Incorporated. In addition to the contract award amount of $1,645,490.25, staff recommends authorizing $329,098 for the following: $164,549 for project contingency, approximately 10% of the contract cost; $164,549 for engineering services and city labor, approximately 10% of the contract cost. Engineering services include engineering, inspection, survey, labor compliance, and project management. In order to allow the project to move forward, the construction, and not return the grant funding, staff is requesting additional appropriations as described in the financial impact. The total cost of the project shall not exceed $1,974,588.25, which includes the construction agreement, contingency, construction management, and project allocation. The Bicycle and Pedestrian Facilities Northeast Communities and Cloyne Street Project specification number PW2453 is funded with 2 project account numbers. Northeast Communities Project C1302 has an available budget of $865,620.40 from the Federal Transportation Grant Fund, 200, and $9,912.43 from the State Transportation Grant Fund, 212. Staff is requesting a budget appropriation of $627,906.42 from Circulation System Improvement Fee Fund, Fund 350, Subfund 8040, available for fund balance for Project C1302. Cloyne Project C1601 has an available budget balance of $30,849.07 from the State Transportation Grant Fund 212 and $47,962.04 from the Traffic Safety Fund 182. Staff is requesting a budget appropriation of $392,337.89 from the Mobility Fee Fund, Fund 350, and Subfund 8055, available fund balance for Project C1601. There are no other current transportation project with budgetary shortfalls that would utilize the Circulation System Improvement Fee Fund 350 or Mobility Fund 350. Based upon the amount of traffic control devices and pavement markings already installed throughout the city that are similar to the proposed overhead beacon and pavement markings to be added with this project, the ongoing maintenance cost for this project will be nominal to the annual traffic engineering operating budget. New striping and pavement markings will be maintained in combination with the street resurfacing and the overhead flasher beacon solar power with a minimum 15-year LED lifespan. Any questions?